Marriage often begins as a partnership filled with hope, excitement, and a sense of adventure. Together, you and your spouse dream about the future, careers, children, travel, and building a life side by side. There's a sense of unity, a feeling that you're both on the same team, working towards shared goals and supporting each other through every twist and turn. In those early years, life is a whirlwind of activity. The days are packed with work, raising children, and managing a household. Roles are often clearly defined. One of you might focus more on your career, while the other takes on more of the parenting or home responsibilities. There's always something to plan for, something to look forward to, and the focus is almost always on what's next. But then, almost without warning, the children grow up and move out. The house that was once filled with noise and laughter becomes quiet. Suddenly, it's just the two of you again, sitting across from each other in a home that feels both familiar and strangely new. This new stage of life can feel unsettling. The routines and chaos that once kept you busy have faded, and in their absence, you may notice cracks in your relationship that were easy to ignore before. The silence can be deafening, and it often brings up questions about who you are as a couple now. Old habits, communication gaps, and even long-buried resentments can start to surface. Without the distractions of work and children, you may find yourselves confronting issues that have been simmering beneath the surface for years. It's not that your husband, or you, have changed overnight. Instead, you're both seeing each other more clearly without the filters of busyness and routine. The person sitting across from you is the same, but the context has shifted, and that can make everything feel different. The roles you played for decades, parent, provider, caretaker, have ended or changed, and now you're faced with the challenge of redefining who you are to each other. It's a time of transition, and it can be both daunting and full of possibility. Many women, after years of nurturing others and putting family first, find themselves longing for a deeper connection with their partner. They may have dreamed of traveling together, picking up new hobbies, or simply enjoying each other's company in a new way. When those dreams don't materialize, it's natural to feel a sense of disappointment or even grief for what you hoped this stage would be. When those hopes go unfulfilled, it can start to feel like you're living parallel lives, more like roommates than soulmates. The emotional distance can be just as real as the physical space between you. But this stage of marriage isn't about assigning blame or dwelling on the past. It's about recognizing that change is inevitable, and that with intention and effort, you can learn new ways to connect. By being open, honest, and willing to try new things together, you can rediscover each other and build a relationship that's just as meaningful, if not more so, than before. Many women feel a growing distance in later marriage, a slow fade, not a sudden break. Intimacy, both emotional and physical, often disappears, replaced by functional conversations and silence. Men and women process retirement differently. Men may withdraw, leaving women feeling rejected and alone. Unspoken expectations clash. One dreams of adventure, the other of rest. This emotional gap breeds loneliness, even when you're together. Over time, attempts to reconnect may stop, and resentment quietly grows. Aging brings health challenges that can transform a marriage. A wife may become a caregiver, losing her sense of partnership and feeling overwhelmed. The husband, facing illness, may feel guilt and frustration, but struggle to express it. This dynamic breeds resentment and isolation on both sides. The joy of marriage can be buried under routines and exhaustion. Without open communication and patience, illness can erode the love that remains. Navigating this stage requires empathy and teamwork. Decades together mean you know every quirk, and what was once endearing can become infuriating. In retirement, small annoyances are magnified clutter, unsolicited advice, or constant mess. For women who value order, these habits can feel disrespectful. Many men, unaccustomed to domestic life, may not see the invisible labor involved. Attempts to address these issues often lead to defensiveness and accusations of nagging. It's not about the socks, It's about feeling unseen and unappreciated. Over time, these small issues build a wall of resentment. Love can curdle into a persistent, low-grade dislike if left unaddressed. Communication often breaks down with age. Familiarity breeds assumptions, not understanding. Women seek empathy and connection. Men often offer solutions, missing the emotional need. This mismatch leaves women feeling unheard and men confused. Emotional conversations are avoided, replaced by safe, superficial topics. The gap widens and emotional intimacy fades. Both partners feel lonely, even while speaking. True connection requires listening to understand, not just to reply. Without it, couples drift into polite denial, losing the heart of their relationship. In later years, old wounds resurface, sacrifices unacknowledged, promises unkept. A wife may recall putting her dreams aside for her husband, expecting her turn would come. When it doesn't, regret and resentment grow. Emotional labor often goes unnoticed, leaving women feeling invisible. Small annoyances become symbols of larger, unresolved issues. Until these resentments are addressed and forgiven, they poison the present. Honest conversation is the only way to move forward. A distant marriage isn't a life sentence. Reconnection is possible, but it takes effort. Even if you feel like you and your partner have grown apart, there are real, practical steps you can take to bridge the gap and rediscover the closeness you once shared. The journey may feel daunting, but every small step counts. Start with honest, vulnerable conversations. Use "I feel" statements, not blame. Expressing your emotions openly without accusing or criticizing creates a safe space for both of you to share. It's about letting your partner know what's truly in your heart and inviting them to do the same. Practice active listening, put away distractions, and truly hear each other. This means making eye contact, nodding, and reflecting back what you've heard. When your partner feels genuinely listened to, it builds trust and encourages deeper connection. Sometimes, writing down your thoughts or sharing a letter can help start difficult conversations, especially if speaking face-to-face feels overwhelming at first. Reintroduce shared experiences, plan date nights, try new hobbies, or take daily walks together. These activities don't have to be extravagant. Even simple routines like cooking a meal or tending a garden can help you reconnect and create new memories. The activity matters less than doing it as a team. Working together toward a common goal, no matter how small, strengthens your partnership and reminds you that you're on the same side. Reminiscing about happy memories can also reignite feelings of closeness and remind you of the bond you've built over the years. Don't hesitate to seek outside help. A counselor can offer tools and perspective. Professional guidance can help you both understand each other's needs and break through communication barriers. Therapy isn't failure, it's an investment in your relationship. It shows you're both committed to making things better, and that's something to be proud of. Small, consistent changes rebuild trust and intimacy. Even a gentle touch, a kind word, or a shared laugh can make a big difference over time. Value each other's efforts and celebrate progress. Acknowledge the steps you're both taking, no matter how minor they may seem. Reconnection is a journey, not a quick fix. Be patient with yourselves and each other, and remember that every effort brings you closer to a stronger, more loving partnership. A thriving marriage in later life is a duet. Both partners must participate. It's not just about sharing space, but about sharing life, dreams, and laughter. As the years go by, it's easy to fall into routines, but true partnership means staying engaged and curious about each other. Break old roles, share household responsibilities as equals. When you work together, even the simplest chores become opportunities for connection. Try switching up who does what, or tackle tasks side by side, turning daily routines into moments of teamwork and support. Make a list of chores and divide them fairly. Collaboration dissolves resentment. Open conversations about expectations can prevent misunderstandings and help both partners feel valued. When you plan together, you build trust and a sense of shared purpose. Bring playfulness back, laugh together, share stories, be spontaneous. Rediscover the joy of inside jokes, silly games, or reminiscing about your favorite memories. Playfulness keeps your bond fresh and reminds you to enjoy each other's company. Surprise each other, dance in the living room, or revisit old favorites. Small gestures, a handwritten note, a favorite treat, or an unexpected outing can reignite the spark and show your partner they're cherished. Express gratitude out loud. Notice the good, say thank you, and appreciate small gestures. Acknowledging each other's efforts, no matter how routine, builds a foundation of respect and warmth. Focus on what you value, not what annoys you. Shift your attention to the qualities you admire and the moments that bring you joy. This positive focus can transform your daily interactions. These habits shift your perspective and rekindle connection. Over time, small changes in attitude and action can lead to deeper intimacy and renewed affection. You're not just roommates, you're partners, choosing each other every day. Every shared meal, every conversation is a chance to reaffirm your commitment and celebrate your journey together. Keep the music of your relationship alive with shared joy and appreciation. Let your partnership be a source of comfort, adventure, and lasting happiness as you continue to grow together. The final act of marriage can be filled with warmth and connection, not disappointment. Accept that marriage evolves. Build something new that fits who you are now. Embrace the freedom of this stage. See it as an adventure. Create a dream list together. Shared goals reignite partnership. Maintain your own identity and interests. Space brings fresh energy to the relationship. Happiness is a daily choice. Focus on gratitude, kindness, and forgiveness. See your partner with fresh eyes. Remember the qualities you first loved. Write this chapter together. Make it a story of reconnection, laughter, and lasting love.